story that trended on the media some couple of weeks back around a graduate from a Nigerian university burning his certificate, and that was on video, so it was quite effacing and emotional for a lot of people. And that begs the question, what led him to that? Where did we miss it? And how can we remedy this kind of situation? If you reflect about that, you will know that we are gradually departing from the times when education used to be very attractive and very, it is still valuable, but the perception, when you take the opinion of young Nigerians, it looks like we're eroding that trust in the value and return on education.
Going to the Northeast, Chibok and all of those places opened my eyes to what was going on. But most importantly, the deprivation of education for a lot of people.
Titus, I know you've been through Nigeria, or Nigeria has been through you, so tell us your story.
Well, the education in Nigeria, for me, was still a great equalizer.
Fantastic.
That was what helped me to bridge that gap. Not like because the certificate was my meal ticket, but because it, to me, opened my mind.
Do you think, Buki, do you think Nigerian students are endangered? There is the argument that it's because we are not employable. There is the argument that it's because there is more supply of graduates than the market force can take up. What do you think makes us endangered, if you agree that we are endangered as a young person in Nigeria?
I hate to be negative, but I think that if we continue at this pace, young people will be endangered.
I want to find out, do you think that we have a waning value system amongst our youth? We were in a learning workshop yesterday, and Buki alluded to, it was not even an allusion, it was a factual experience where she shared that you now have association of parents of Yahoo boys in a state in Nigeria, and that was quite disturbing. So value system, we talk about employability skills, we have had to do hiring processes and do repeat interviews over and over again. What can you say based on your experience coming from the, in quote, hard side of life and now employing graduates in your organization? What can you say about that?
I do not think the endangerment of the Nigerian youth and the education system is on them, basically. I think that it must not necessarily be on the policy makers, because if you look at our educational policy, they are globally competitive. But our society, from the way we are governed, has spoiled society.
A very balanced conversation. I would start from you, Azizat, because a lot has been said about taking ownership and young people actually owning the space. And I listened to the Federal Minister of Youth speak about voice and ownership in the morning. And you are a champion around voice and participation of young people, particularly in leadership and governance. What do you have to say if I ask you to gauge the temperature of young people participation and, you know, using the power of collective, particularly linking this to our demographic numbers? What would you have to say to us as young people in Nigeria?